Hey. Whoa! You're big! You must be the biggest kid here. I'm the littlest kid. My real name's Betty, but mostly I get called Bumble. What are you called, big kid? It's nice to meet you, too. Did you come from the vault? I heard there's monsters down there. Eclair told me once, one of them, they got him and bit him right in the face, and that's why he's only got one eye. But you don't look like a monster, and I don't think you'd bite anyone in the face. You look like a nice vault dweller. It's just a name, okay? Not my fault I knocked stuff over. Lucy says I still got a lot of growing to do. I don't know. I still get lost sometimes. Things are really big. Bye-bye, Vault Dweller. Excuse me. You're new, and you're too big to be a resident. Who are you? You brought back Penny and Sammy and Squirrel? Well, I guess that does make you a pretty big hero. Thanks. I'm Lucy, and I'm pretty much the mom around here. And that means I spend a lot of time kissing boo-boos and making things all better. So if you ever get any scrapes or bruises, or if you get shot, stabbed, or radiated, stop by, and I'll do what I can, big hero. There's always one big sister or another who knows her way around a compress and a sewing needle, so we take care of most of the little scrapes. And way back when, someone figured out that some of the plants and fungus around here absorb radiation. The little ones don't like to eat their veggies, but they don't like to be sick either, so we get by. Well, we all know the basics. Combat first aid, you know? But I've got the most experience at the tough stuff. Bumble's been learning the most about the more complex parts of cutting and sewing. People tease her, but she's got a steady hand. Of course, now she just needs to learn what you do and don't cut. It is, especially for dealing with the low-level radiation we all get from the water. The fungus just soaks it right up. But it doesn't help the rickets that keep hitting the younger lamplighters. Believe it or not, I can make a treatment for that from extract of Buffout. Actually, if you can talk MacCready into it, I'd be glad to trade some fungus for Buffout, but he'd have to say it was okay. Well, until you come asking for a bandage at least. Well, where to? Yeah, that's me. I'm only on duties when I'm in the office. Okay. Yeah, but only because you saved 3 of ours. Looks like it's just a scrape. I can take care of it for 50 caps. Fine. Listen, my supplies are using up. Thanks. Hopefully, it'll just be skin knees and bloody noses today. Hey.
My name is Carrie Delaney. I teach 4th grade at the Early Dawn Elementary School in Washington, D.C. Yesterday, October 23rd, 2077, half the school went on a field trip to Lamplight Caverns. We were packing up to leave when everything went crazy. The cave started shaking, the lights went out, the kids started screaming. My God! Mr. Pollock went outside to see what was going on. When he came back in, he told us what he saw. Clouds. Mushroom clouds. It's finally happened. The end of the world. We're all okay, if you can call being stuck in a cave with 82 terrified kids okay. Alive, anyway. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. It's been 4 days. Claudia went out this morning to look around and never came back. Then Mr. Cobb went out to look for her, and he never came back. So now there's only me, 2 other teachers, 2 of the parents who were chaperoning, and a few of the cavern staff. And all these poor kids. We've got enough food and water to last for a while, I guess. But after that, I just don't know. We can't stay in here forever. Can we?
Great. RJ let in another pair of choppers to eat up all our food. Well, as long as you don't give me any crap about how I prepare your grub, I guess you'll be okay. So tell me, what do you think of cave fungus and watery mushroom sauce? Okay, either you're a dirty liar or you're some sort of freak. Either way, you should fit in just fine around here. Folks call me Eclair, and I'm in charge of keeping this place fed. You need a meal? You come ask me. There's not much to go around, and it all tastes bad. But it'll keep you alive, and that's good enough. Well, I didn't get the nickname for being fat and full of cream, if that's what you're asking. Back when I was on the scav team, I found some pages from an old cookbook. Sometimes I try them out. Just for the record, don't try making an eclair out of cave fungus. The taste sticks with you, and not in a good way. Honestly, when we can't scavenge some from outside, we mostly scrape it off the walls and skim it off the water. No, really. Most of our food comes from fungus that grows in these caves. It's not so bad when you get used to it, and we don't have much choice. At least it's filling, so we don't have to eat much of it. But man, oh man, it tastes terrible! It's pretty hard to find, and I hear it doesn't grow in other caves. I don't know why it's here, but without it, we'd be goners. Think fungus just grows on trees? No, it grows in caves! Ugh. Knock Knock came up with that one once, and now it's stuck in my head forever. Doesn't take any work to get it to grow down here. All I have to do is collect and prepare it. Mostly, I try to get the stink off it. They say the fungus grows in the pools where the first lamplighters dumped the mungos. That's about the most they ever helped us. I don't know how true that is, but I know sometimes the scav team comes back with this strange meat that tastes terrible, but the fungus loves it. I don't know where they find that meat, but if you could bring some back, I'd be glad to trade fungus for it. Of course, MacCready'd have to okay it. Sure. About time, man. This mold isn't getting any tastier.
Watch it! Look, I don't just let any son of a bitch into my town. I'm taking a risk making an exception for you. So you're welcome in my town, at least until you start screwing up. Once that bullshit starts, you're out on your own again. Good. Better stay that way, Mungo. Organized? Have you walked around this place? It's pure anarchy, and I wouldn't have it any other fucking way. We can't all stay here forever, so we've all got to leave eventually. And there's not much to look forward to out there. So we have a good time while we're here, and the occasional ruthless little bastard like me make sure it doesn't fall apart for the other kids. It's not that complex. Any kid can say they want to be mayor here. It's just that most don't want to bother with the responsibility of leading. Most of the time, they last until the kids get tired of them. Then they get kicked out on their ass by the new mayor. One only lasted 5 minutes. Of course, I've kept this place going strong for 3 years. To most kids, that makes me mayor for fucking life. Fine by me, I say. People change when they grow up, and we don't trust mungos living down here. So we leave for a place called Big Town before we get too old. At least that's the line Joseph teaches. But really, we simply don't have enough space or food for everyone to stay here forever. So, I've got to exile some to avoid ruining the whole town. It's a fucking hard, brutal choice to make, but that's the way we stay alive. About time. Yeah, I'll bet you've heard all about the fungus in my cavern. But yeah, the cave fungus, sure. It's good for food and medicine, and it's the main fucking reason we've stayed alive down here. So, you want a slice of that gray-green gold, huh? I think maybe we could come to an arrangement. What are you offering? Oh, is that how it's gonna be then? Well then, how's this deal? Rather than you wasting the explosives to try to close all of our exits just for us to bury out again, you get my private stash of fungus. Here. But I wouldn't expect much goodwill in town after this, you shit-sucking mungo bastard. Yeah, that's nice. Scram.
My name is...
Great. RJ let in another pair of choppers to eat up, well... At least... Is it... Back... Okay. Bye-bye.